So as y'all can probably see, the the next project has already started. Uh, this is stained the same stain as all of the decks. And sometime this week, maybe next week, I'm going to get this wall, at least to right there, stained, I'm hoping. And what's going to happen here, as you is I'm going to do just a little bit of a screening here for the HVAC unit. Sure, a lot of y'all don't know, but when this home was moved here, this that is the front is actually the rear of the house. So all of the major electrical and like over here, the water line and all of that is coming down and out of here. So we just kind of had to make a few adjustments. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, what am I going to do here? But I went to JR's Marketplace, gosh, probably about 2 years ago, because I knew this was going to be an issue. And what's going to happen is, and I'm not really sure if I can show y'all, but it's kind of be run like, you know, a beadboard type situation here, like that, like all the way across, all the way up to the top, and then there will be a top rail, and I will be doing some mounting on there and lights actually behind it, so solar lights, so you know it'll last as long as it'll last. But in my mind, you know, that's better than it just, you know, you just walking up and just seeing the HVAC unit there. I mean, that just, you know, I didn't know it was going to be so big, so tall when they installed it. And at that point when it was installed, it was just kind of like, who can work, who's capable of working, and who will come up the mountain. And that's basically where we are. But the little teeny tiny shrubs that I planted are doing really, really well. I've been fertilizing them and keeping them as watered as humanly possible. And so they're doing really well. I came out earlier today. There's just kind of spinning around, and here's my big old mess here. That's okay. But what I did, some of the brackets for what I'm going to mount, of course in the hardware store it's silver, you know, so I'm going to make it as dark as I can. I've already got the solar lights ordered. It's solar curtain lights, and it's going to go behind it, and it's going to be really, really pretty and kind of hide that. And I realize if you come up and park, you know, that you're going to see it. And, you know, that's just, you know, kind of how it is. I didn't want to screen all the way around it. And I certainly couldn't plant anything close to it. So, and you know, I really don't like the expression, but it is what it is. And I basically centered everything on it. And, you know, I will keep y'all apprised at, and of course in this video, apprised, and you know, we'll just go along. And, but this week I'm spraying any hardware that's going to go on it, and I'm going to actually, the piece that I'm going to mount on it is actually going to get poly sealed pretty shortly. I took it out yesterday, and it's been in storage, you know, 2 years, and I didn't realize just how really pretty it is. And it has some inflections of green and different shades. It's not just like one shade of things, so I'm really happy about that. And my flowers are coming along. I did have morning glory starting to trail up here, and I'm guessing a deer came and just nipped it right off. And it's, you know, we're getting there. But I've got some black hollyhocks coming up. I've got some zinnias coming up. And so I'm real happy about that. Everything else is doing really great. My African daisies, I had to cut them back. They're doing really well. My bee balm has been wonderful, just wonderful to have. We had a very bad storm the other day, and I was just so upset because I mean, I've been wanting bee balm for so long, and I really want to be more independent here and not depend on, sugar water for hummingbirds. I want everything to be a little bit more natural. So when I came out after the storm, it was just splayed out on the ground here, and I was just very upset. So I grabbed this really quickly and kind of gathered it up, hoping that, it would survive, and, But otherwise, everything is going great, and we will keep working on the screening here, and I hope that y'all stay with me. And it's early evening, and I have finally gotten outside to see actually what this really looks like when it's lit up. These are solar rice lights, and I think it looks not bad. It's really super quiet out here. And I know I'm not the only one kicking around probably listening and watching me, but everything's, going pretty good. My front flower bed is doing really well, and so I'm so happy about that. There's a lot of things that are, growing really well, and I couldn't be more pleased. It's so quiet. You can see, off in the distance, a few lightning bugs. I can see them down by the old driveway down that way. Probably you can see them better in the new driveway, but it's wonderful. As you come around, there's a little light on the kitchen deck, and then you can see the light fixture over the kitchen. And there you go. So things are going awesome. And I'm so happy about that.